Because President John Dramani Mahama has called on newly sworn-in ministers to begin the process of declaring their assets without delay. The president made this appeal during the swearing-in ceremony of 6 ministers on Wednesday. ChannelOne News' presidential correspondent Akosia Otre reports.
After thorough vetting and approval by Parliament, the President swore in the first batch of his appointees. Senior members of government, including the Vice President, joined the President at the swearing-in ceremony of the Finance Minister, Attorney General, Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Education Minister, Minister for Food and Agriculture, and the Minister in charge of Roads and Highways. The oaths were administered.
Committed to my secrecy as Minister of State, so help me God. Now you take the oath of secrecy.
In his address, the President urged the ministers to declare their assets to ensure transparency in his government.
The anti-corruption institutions will be empowered to investigate and deal with any appointee who falls foul of the law. I expect all of you to begin the process of declaring your assets. The Chief of Staff will announce the cut-off date by which time all eligible appointees should have deposited their assets declaration forms with the Auditor General.
He also assured that a list of deputy ministers will be finalized and presented soon.
I had presented to the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament names of 23 sector ministers, 3 ministers of state, and 16 regional ministers for the approval of Parliament. So far, I've named 42 ministers of state and regional ministers to begin the urgent task of resetting our dear country Ghana, which has suffered in recent years from severe crisis in many sectors. As the ministers are approved by Parliament and as they are sworn in, I'll proceed to name deputy ministers for some of the ministries, which will bring the total ministers to 60, as I promised the people of Ghana.
The newly sworn-in ministers were confident in delivering their mandates.
President, we have been with you throughout your days in opposition. We have witnessed the misgovernance and misrule of the previous administration. We've learnt, indeed, that Ghanaians will not tolerate such misgovernance any longer. We've taken a cue from what you've just told us. We want to assure you that we will serve and serve in such a way to make you the best president in the Fourth Republic.
6 ministers have been sworn in, and the President will be awaiting a Parliament to complete the vetting and subsequent approval of the remaining ministers designate for their swearing in. Reporting for ChannelOne News, Akosia Otre.